just having so much fun doing these videos. We get excited every week, we think about what we want to share with you, and a million ideas come through our head. We can't wait. We have a year's worth of exciting information to help you live a better life. And as we call it, a Son of You, embrace a better life. It's time. You're ready. You deserve it. And here we are. Being happy and vibrantly healthy and full of vitality, that is the secret to living a good life. I'm Janet McKee, owner of Son of You and certified high performance coach, as you know. I've been helping many people learn to live a more motivated, energized, productive, happy, joyful life. But this is one of the secrets that many do not know. Thomas Jefferson was known to say, without health, pleasure cannot be tasted by man. Isn't that interesting? Without health, you can't taste the pleasures of life. Your health is everything. But what we're going to teach you here today is you can absolutely indulge in the pleasure of eating decadent chocolate desserts that happen to also give you good health. Is that crazy or what? This is the secret to vibrant living. You should eat dessert every day. Your body craves something sweet, but when you deprive yourself, that's no way to live. Since when is deprivation a way to live, right? I have dessert every day of my life, but I include desserts that happen to have every ingredient supports my health, and nothing takes away my health. I never feel guilt about eating dessert, and especially not chocolate. And we're gonna learn why. There's so many incredible health benefits to chocolate. It's incredible. So tonight we're gonna go through all kinds of examples. I'm gonna teach you the health benefits of chocolate, but as I'm teaching you the benefits, I'm gonna interject with various recipes and things that I'm gonna share with you. And guess what? Since it's coming up on Valentine's, I have a gift for you. Everyone who's watching this video, if you email me or contact me and somehow give me your email, I'm going to send to you a PDF document. It's a little booklet that has all of my favorite healthy chocolate dessert recipes. And the little booklet is titled Chocolate is for Lovers. Yes, I turn things around where most people say, I love chocolate. Guess what? We're going to say chocolate is for lovers. And you know why I titled it that? Of course, you're going to learn some of the sexy reasons why chocolate's good for you, but also when you think of living an incredible life, right? In that life, you learn to love life. You learn to love yourself and love others, and you share that love with others. And as we approach Valentine's Day here, I want you to think about what love means to you in your life. Even if you don't have a significant other, what makes that love flow from your heart? Do you have for other friends and family that you love? Do you have a pet that you love? Do you have something in your life that you love? Whatever that is, your house, your car, whatever, it's fabulous. What about animals and the trees and the mountains and the sky? Doesn't all of that bring love from your heart? This is what I'm talking about, Valentine's Day. Let's think of what love means to us. And the more we cultivate love for ourselves and within ourselves, again, the more we share that out in the world. And that's why we want you to like Son of You Facebook page and share these videos with everyone. Because again, the more we share this great, inspiring information, the more it ripples out and helps to heal the world. And that's what we're all about. And you know we're very passionate about that. So tonight, I'm going to talk to you about the health benefits of chocolate and what that does to your physical and emotional health, and also how that can improve your love life. So that should be interesting as we go forward. But we hear a lot in the media about, oh, broccoli is good for you. It has antioxidants, fights cancer. And there's like thousands of reports that keep coming out about some colorful fruit or vegetable that helps your body fight disease. Well, it's super fun when I'm working with a client and they start having this guilt about this craving that they have for chocolate, that I can erase that guilt and let them know that absolutely this can be something you indulge in an incredible way. And when you learn to eat chocolate the way I'm going to teach you today, you're actually supporting your body to be as healthy as possible. You're supporting your mind to be as healthy as possible. Can you even imagine? That's what we're going to cover today. So let's go through some of these health benefits. Now, I'm talking about dark chocolate, right? Often when people are eating chocolate desserts, there are two things that are detrimental to your health, and one is dairy. When you have milk chocolate and they put dairy in with the cocoa, you completely eliminate the benefits of the chocolate. The beneficial chocolate is dark chocolate without dairy, without milk, okay? So that's important, point number one. Number two is often when we eat chocolate, there's sugar involved. And sugar is not good for you, okay? That is something you should have as a treat on a very special occasion now and then. But I just got done telling you that you should have dessert every day of your life, because you crave sweets. And when you deprive yourself of them, that's misery, right? We want you to be happy. We want you to be fulfilled. And nothing more joyful and fulfilling than a wonderful, decadent chocolate dessert that supports your health and you don't ever feel guilt. Guilt is not a good emotion. You shouldn't be feeling it, right? So, now you see why. This is the secret to living a fabulous life. So what are the health benefits? Let's look at this. This is all scientifically proven, by the way, and this is amazing when you learn. First of all, we know that cocoa is high in antioxidants. It's one of the highest foods in antioxidants. As a matter of fact, there's 25,000 antioxidants in 1 teaspoon of cocoa, pure cocoa powder. And what that does for you is it helps your body fight cancer or other degenerative diseases. And that's amazing, because antioxidants are what you need to feed your immune system. Your immune system are like soldiers out there fighting for you, but your soldiers need the right ammunition, and it's antioxidants. And antioxidants come from a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables. But cocoa, pure cocoa, happens to be one of those sources of antioxidants. So people say, well, what kind of cocoa are you talking about? What do I need to get? Any cocoa, as long as it's pure cocoa. I mean, I've seen all kinds of various organic cocoa that you get at the grocery store. You can get raw cacao powder. The raw cocoa powder they call cacao. Cocoa, I think, originates in the Central and South America, and the original plant's called cacao plant. So when it's raw, they call it that. And this is interesting. You don't have to eat it raw. I want it to be available to you in any way that's simple. But when it is raw, they have not heated it at high temperatures. And so they found that it's even higher in antioxidants when you can get that raw cocoa powder, or cacao powder as it's called. You can also get these raw cacao beans. You can actually eat the whole cocoa bean. Isn't that interesting? Now, this isn't what I call as enjoyable as you might expect some of my desserts that I'm going to create. But if you want to grind some of these up, and they're called cacao nibs when they do that, and add that sort of like chocolate chips sort of to that. But also, anyone, this is available to you. Everything I teach to you is so simple, and it's available to everyone, no matter where you live, no matter where you can shop, no matter what your financial situation is. You can even get basic Hershey's cocoa at every big box store, the discount stores, the grocery stores, everywhere. Here's what's key to any cocoa that you're using in these desserts is that the ingredients say cocoa, period. Nothing else added. Pure cocoa has the benefits that we're going to talk about today. So antioxidants helps your body fight disease. As a matter of fact, cocoa has also been found to promote anti-angiogenesis. What this is the ability of something your immune system is using to starve cancer cells, so that the blood vessels don't feed the cancer cells. Isn't that incredible? And there's a list of all kinds of wonderful plant foods that promote anti-angiogenesis, but in that list is always cocoa, which is brilliant. As a matter of fact, a 2012 study by the Institute of Food Science, Technology, and Nutrition found that cocoa powder was even showing up in this research to fight colon cancer. So amazing that something as delicious as this can help your body fight cancer. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that then, right? Well, cocoa also improves heart health. And this is fabulous because all different aspects of heart health. Number one, it helps to lower bad cholesterol levels, your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, and overall lower your cholesterol to support good health. So this was scientists at Penn State University found that dark chocolate reduces LDL bad cholesterol oxidation, which is what happens when that causes us problems in our arteries. Cocoa also lowers blood pressure. This is a study of the Journal of American Medical Association that the flavonoids in cocoa, and along with many other colorful plant foods, will help to lower your blood pressure. As a matter of fact, there was a study at the University of L'Aquila in Italy where they studied a group of men and women that all had hypertension, which is high blood pressure. And what they found was that there was statistically significant reduction in their blood pressure when they consumed cocoa. And at the same time, their bad cholesterol dropped by 10%, which is amazing. It also, in terms of heart health, improves blood flow. So research that was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that there's an anti-clotting and blood thinning ability of cocoa. Or that effect of cocoa in your body. This is similar to taking aspirin, but of course it's far more delicious than taking aspirin. And no issues there. I think sometimes there's some issues with overdoing the aspirin. So again, a benefit to heart health. And finally, cocoa was found to actually reduce heart attacks. And people that have heart disease and have a heart attack, it weakens the effect of the heart attack and they have a better chance of surviving the heart attack. This is so powerful. How cocoa fights cancer and improves heart health. And we're going to get into many other benefits that cocoa gives to you as we go forward. But let's start with a little treat that I love to do. And I call this my Mayan hot cocoa. And the Mayans came from Central America. And of course, this is where cocoa originated. And they were known to have their cocoa with hot peppers, with chili powder. And so some people think, gosh, that sounds really strange, but I want you to consider trying this. What I do is I make a basic hot cocoa, which I'm going to take some hot water. That I did here. You can also steam warm almond milk or coconut milk or soy milk if you want. And I'm going to take pure cocoa powder and I'm going to add it to my drink. And then I'm going to sweeten it with stevia. Stevia is a natural 0-calorie sweetener and one that we found so far is safe to have. So right there, that's the basic hot cocoa. Warm water, like you're going to make tea, pure cocoa powder, and stevia, which is a natural 0-calorie sweetener, which is fine for people with cancer and diabetes and so forth. But now we want to make it a Mayan hot cocoa. So we're going to add some cinnamon, which adds more antioxidants to the cocoa mix. We're going to add some chili powder or cayenne, and you don't have to add too much if you don't like hot peppers, but this is also incredible, by the way, for helping you deal with heart disease. As a matter of fact, people have said that if somebody's having a heart attack, to give them some cayenne pepper. Or I've known people to carry around little bottles of Tabasco sauce, which is hot sauce because it's cayenne pepper. And they won't taste it if they are having a heart attack, actually. But it will help to improve the flexibility and of the blood vessels we're going to talk about next that help improve blood flow and help prevent the negative side effects of a heart attack. So we're also going to add some pure vanilla and have this really nice organic vanilla. So what are we doing here? We've got cocoa, which tastes amazing, sweetened a little bit with stevia. We've got cinnamon, which is fabulous, vanilla, chili powder. This is what I call a party in your mouth. And it definitely satisfies. especially on a cold winter day like we're having today. We've got all kinds of snow outside. Satisfies that need for something warm and yummy and soothing, and it's also going to pick up our mood and emotions we're going to talk about. But it's giving us all kinds of incredible antioxidants. But guess what else? Cocoa boosts your metabolism. Cinnamon helps balance blood sugar. The cayenne pepper helps boost your metabolism. By drinking this incredibly delicious, decadent drink with all kinds of flavors, it'll actually help you lose weight too. So what do you know? Oh my gosh, that is just so good. You have to do this right now. You probably have a lot of these ingredients at home. Okay, Mayan hot cocoa. Years ago, the Mayan high priest and a Mayan elder came to Pittsburgh to announce that Pittsburgh is a sacred site. We have 3 rivers that run together, and one river runs north, which there are only 2 rivers in the world that run north. One is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and one is the Nile River. And the Mayans announced that their image of the tree of life is 3 rivers running together and one running north. So they have claimed that Pittsburgh is a sacred site with the 3 rivers. And also what they announced is there's an underground river. There's actually a 4th river. Isn't that strange? It's an underground river that feeds the fountain at the point. If you've ever seen the point at Pittsburgh where the 3 rivers come together, you have to look for that online if you've never seen that. Well, the fountain is fed by an underground river, and they claim that someday people will flock to Pittsburgh for healing because that underground river, because it's protected, is healing water. So isn't that a little bit fascinating? So there's a lot of depth into the development of this Mayan hot chocolate, as you can see. So also, for heart health reasons, cocoa has been found to help your blood vessels become more flexible. Study at Yale Prevention Center looked at the endothelial function of your blood vessels, which is the flexibility and the ability of your blood vessels to dilate. That would be the opposite of them being blocked and clogged and causing a heart attack, if you're following me. So they looked at 3 groups. One where they gave them cocoa with sugar. One group they gave cocoa without sugar, and one group they gave a placebo, which is just a fake solution. What they found was they got the most incredible benefits in the results from the group that had cocoa without sugar. So that's what I'm teaching you here, how to have all kinds of incredible decadent chocolate desserts without sugar. Sugar's not good for us. It's inflammatory and increases rates of cancer and diabetes and all kinds of things, right? And it causes mood and emotion swings and depletes our adrenal glands and so many things. So the group that had cocoa without sugar had the biggest results. The group that had cocoa with sugar had some good results, but it was minimal. The placebo group actually showed a decrease, a negative effect on the flexibility of their arteries. Isn't that fascinating? Normally, the placebo effect has some benefit results because we just think in our head that we're going to get some benefit from it. But in that situation, it had a negative result. And the most important fact about this study is that one of the lead researchers in this study was Dr. Valentine. Yes, isn't that hilarious? That's absolutely a fact. Thank you, Dr. Valentine from Yale Prevention Center, for this fascinating information about cocoa and the benefits here on Valentine's Day. So, heart health helps lower your bad cholesterol, lowers blood pressure, has anti-clotting and blood thinning benefits. It weakens a heart attack and improves the flexibility of your arteries. Isn't that incredible? So many things here going on with even just heart health over and above helping you with antioxidants. What else does chocolate do for us? It actually improves insulin sensitivity, which means it balances your blood sugar. So how do you like that? We can actually tell people that have diabetes that we want you to eat chocolate. Isn't that like completely the opposite of what we're thinking they should be doing? But again, it's without simple sugar. We're going to teach you that today, how to have those cocoa without sugar. But it actually has been found to that. So this is back to the Italian study that I mentioned earlier. And what the researchers said, though, is this is not about eating more chocolate, they cautioned. It just suggests that the flavonoids appear to have benefits on vascular function and glucose sensitivity. But that's so silly. Of course we want you to eat more chocolate. They just don't understand that we have the answers to how to do it and how to do it correctly. Aren't you glad you're here today? This is just outstanding. So what's fascinating too is that cinnamon also balances your blood sugar, and we have that in our Mayan hot cocoa. And of course you can add cinnamon to all kinds of these desserts that we do, and that would be something you could add to all of the desserts we do here today and in our book that we're going to send to you. So don't forget, like the Son of You Facebook page, share it with friends. We want everybody to have this information, but you must send me your email. Email me at janet@sonofyou.com. Send me your email through Facebook, call me, text me, any way you can. Please give me your email address, because I'm going to send to you our little booklet of all of our favorite chocolate recipes. And the booklet is called Chocolate is for Lovers. Okay, my gift to you, my Valentine's gift to you, because I love you. All right, cocoa also reduces inflammation. This is another Italian study showed that when volunteers ingested small amounts of dark chocolate, their levels of C-reactive protein, which is an inflammatory marker, by the way, decreased. Now, this is really important for me, because if you already know some of my other stories about my health challenge, years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and I had to learn myself, I had to research myself how to resolve that autoimmune disease and how to manage it, and I have successfully. It's been over 20 years, and I have no medication whatsoever. Doctors told me it would be impossible. So what do? I focus on anti-inflammatory foods, and that is my food as medicine list, because in an autoimmune disease, my immune system can be overreacting sometimes. So by eating anti-inflammatory foods, I keep my immune system in balance, which is awesome. But this is the part I really love about cocoa. It helps you with mood and emotions, cocoa. Cocoa has PEA, phenylethylalanine, that boosts your mood and emotions and gives you that feeling of love. Now, that to me is healing of the heart right there. Think about it, right? If you're feeling sad or lonely, what's the solution? Eat some chocolate, okay? I'm telling you, that's what you get. But this is why, intuitively, we give chocolate for Valentine's Day, because it gives you that feeling of love. It also contains tryptophan, which promotes relaxation and sleep. And this is interesting because it's also very high in magnesium. Cocoa is high in all kinds of wonderful nutrients, magnesium and manganese and zinc and copper, and has calcium. When you have a lot of magnesium, which is really high in magnesium during the day, it helps you sleep better at night. And yes, there is a stimulant. There's a little bit of caffeine, and there's something called theobromine in cocoa that is a bit of a stimulant. So I don't want you to have this at night because it might disrupt your sleep. But when you have cocoa during the day, you sleep better at night. But the most important thing here is it also not only boosts your tryptophan, which helps you relax and gives you good feeling and helps you sleep at night, but it also boosts your serotonin and dopamine. This was something mentioned by Dr. Andrew Weil, which, as he said, it gives you that positive mood, increases your feelings of pleasure, and also reduces rates of depression and anxiety. What's fascinating is dates also are a good source of tryptophan. And so what I'm going to do now is another recipe where I'm going to make for you chocolate brownies. So in my work of living and eating healthy, I realized I had one weakness. I could make good choices and eat healthy and do fabulous, but when there were brownies in the room, look out, I'm eating them. I don't care how bad they are for me. So I decided that to work with my clients and to help encourage good living, I created a brownie recipe. And so there's a little bit of trick to making them. It's very simple, and each recipe you'll notice there's only a few ingredients. I have this food processor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some just walnuts, some basic raw walnuts, but we're going to put them into the food processor first. And I'm going to churn them into like a light walnut flour. So it's a little bit noisy, so bear with me for a second. You don't want to go too long on the walnuts because then you'll end up with walnut butter, which is a wonderful thing to eat. And actually, I'm going to teach you later what you can do with that. but just, so it's a little bit crumbly, kind of like a chunky walnut flour, like I said. Then we're gonna add soaked dates. So I have dates. You know what a date is? It's like a big raisin, it's dried, and they're usually more dried in the store, so I put them in water and let them soak overnight. So this is a date. This is not the guy you're going out with tomorrow night. It's something that you eat. It's a little bit more delicious and it has a little more nutrition, but in any event, it's nice to have both in your life if you can. Okay, so we're gonna add, I took this stone out of the middle. We're gonna add the dates to the walnuts. This is so easy. It's unbelievable. It's actually, you're having a craving for brownies. You don't even have to bake these. You don't have to wait the 30 minutes for the brownies to come out of the oven. You have a craving. In 2 minutes, you can satisfy your craving. So, soaked dates. And we're gonna add cocoa powder, of course. Now you can get a little bit gourmet here, and you can add a little bit of vanilla. And again, I'm gonna send you the recipes. You just have to send me your email. I'm gonna add a pinch of sea salt. Sometimes when you have something sweet and you put a little bit of sea salt in it, it balances the flavor really in a nice way. And we're gonna turn it on again. Here's the trick with this, don't over process it. Otherwise you have a goopy, chocolatey mess, which is still delicious by the way. But it's nice to just check on it. Maybe I'll give it one more minute. Now what we have here is like brownie mix. And what I'm going to do, what I suggest you do then, is you take this brownie mix, is that crazy, yummy looking or what? And you just press it in a pie pan. You press it in a pan and you take it all out of the food processor, you press it down, and then you cut it into squares. And then you have nice little square brownies that you can cut and serve to yourself and to your loved ones. Oh my gosh. It's so moist and decadent and chocolatey, sweet, not too sweet, and you can adjust that if you want it sweeter, you put more dates or less cocoa. I'm really heavy-handed on the cocoa powder because I love cocoa. It's just right to me because it has just the right combination of sweetness and the cocoa, and at the same time you've got the texture from the crumbled walnuts. But here's what else is going on. Walnuts are anti-inflammatory, cocoa's anti-inflammatory, dates are rich in iron and minerals, the cocoa's rich in minerals. It is actually healthy for you to eat my brownies. Can you believe that? So to be in good health, I recommend you eat one of my brownies every day. How do you like that? This is what we teach here. People think that how to eat healthy and live fabulous, you have to be deprived. There's no deprivation at Sauna View whatsoever. Okay, so also, cocoa, I like this point, is actually an aphrodisiac. Yes, according to Dr. Oz, chocolate is an aphrodisiac. And if you have your chocolate with bananas, bananas are also, isn't that interesting? So bananas are rich in bromelain, which is an enzyme that actually boosts the male libido. Yes, Nathan, that's true. So I don't want you to do that before you go out with your girlfriend tonight. Anyway, it's fact. So the raw cocoa powder also has arginine, which is an aphrodisiac-like amino acid. So isn't this interesting that cocoa can help improve things in that area of your life? It also increases blood flow. And the study is that it increases blood flow to your brain. And I know this myself because when I have to do an article or prepare for one of these videos, I make myself a hot cocoa and I drink it while I'm writing the script and doing research for what I'm teaching you. But Dr. Andrew Weil says that research conducted in Britain and Harvard found that the flavonols in cocoa appear to be good for your brain. And new studies suggest that these compounds increase blood flow to the brain and may enhance cognitive function during challenging mental exercises. So, and then of course also that increased blood flow also is part of the benefits in your love life, if you get my point. So what we've got here is something very powerful. But what we're gonna do is let's combine it with bananas and make a really fabulous treat. So I have so many options here that we can go through. The one that I'm known for, excuse me, is what's called my chocolate banana frozen dessert. And this is like an old basic, this is one of the first chocolate desserts that I ever taught clients because I started creating things that I thought they would enjoy. So I'm just gonna take my little food processor to show you an example. What I'm gonna take now are just bananas that are ripe on the countertop. Just ripe bananas that are, you want them to be ripe so that they're sweet. And then we're going to add cocoa powder and all the amounts in my recipes that I'm gonna send to you if you send me your email at janet@sonofyou.com or through Facebook or YouTube or wherever. Just get in touch with me with that. And then we're gonna add some vanilla. So bananas, cocoa powder, and vanilla. Now these are ripe bananas from your countertop, a little bit different. Then all you do, turn on the food processor. And what you have is a wonderful, yummy, sort of like a chocolate pudding. But what you want to do with this one is you want to put this in the freezer. And then whenever you're having a chocolate craving, you pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw a little bit. And I love to put it in beautiful dessert bowls, and I put on top like some thawed out frozen cherries or raspberries. I love to serve it at the holidays for my family, and my whole family is like devouring this decadent chocolate dessert and they're loving it. And meanwhile, I know that it's good for them. I just don't tell them because it kind of ruins it for them. But what you've got there, it sort of tastes like a chocolate covered banana. But really, really just satisfies that the sweetness comes from the banana. Then you've got the cocoa and the vanilla. That's just incredible. Now, those of you that have been following me, you happen to know that I also make a chocolate mousse. And I think somewhere on our videos on our website, Son of You, there's a video of me showing you how to make that. And so you want to look for that, but I'm going to send you the recipe again. But this is not a banana, chocolate covered banana. It tastes like chocolate mousse, like you would get from a very expensive restaurant. Very silky, smooth, rich, right? You know what I'm talking about? But you might be thinking, how could you possibly make that healthy? Well, in that, which might sound strange, and that's why I usually have my class attendees taste it first before I show them what's in it. But what we do in that situation is we take cocoa powder, and then I also take, you can put stevia in it, or I like to take dates that are soaked and blend in there. Or I take, there's a sweetener called Zero, which is also a natural 0-calorie sweetener, or Lakanto, and I'll melt that in like an almond milk or something. And then I blend it all in the food processor with the secret ingredient that makes it silky smooth and rich and creamy, avocado. Yes. That is my sugar-free chocolate mousse, which is actually an avocado chocolate pudding. But again, I'm not adding simple sugar. Because remember, I'm not adding sugar, I'm not adding agave nectar, I'm not adding maple syrup or brown rice syrup or evaporated cane juice, all of those things that can be detrimental to our health. So don't be afraid of that recipe. If you've got a really elegant dinner and you're having friends over, try the chocolate mousse. I was teaching a workshop once to an Italian doctor actually, and she was saying, oh, none of the desserts that you do could even come close to anything from my country. It is just, can't be, it's just impossible. And I served her my mousse and she said, Janet, this is better than anything I've ever had in the old country. So trust me, very delicious. But what I love to do also is just do something as simple as a chocolate milkshake. And what would that include? This couldn't be any easier. And let's say it's the afternoon, your kids are coming home from school, you want to do something really good and simple. What you would do here is the simple solution is an unsweetened non-dairy milk, because remember, we don't want to have dairy with our chocolate. And we're gonna add I have an organic unsweetened almond milk here. You could do hemp milk, coconut milk, rice milk, whatever. Now, to make a milkshake, very simple, what you would do is non-dairy milk, frozen bananas. So if you have bananas on your countertop, they're gonna go ripe. You peel them, throw them in a bag, throw them in the freezer. And you've got the ingredient to make not only all kinds of incredible milkshakes, but also ice cream that's healthy for you. But in a milkshake situation, it's just non-dairy milk, frozen bananas, because that makes it sweet and creamy, like a Frosty. But then you're gonna add whatever flavor you want. If you want a chocolate milkshake, we would put chocolate in there, cocoa powder, right? If you want a strawberry milkshake, you'd put strawberries. Peaches, you'd put peaches with the banana, and it's fantastic. And everything in that milkshake is good for you and supports your health. But what I like to do, some people say, well, Jan, I don't really like bananas. And what I like to do, because also sometimes it's too sweet for me, the way my sweet tooth is I love to make chocolate cherry milk. So I take a bag of organic Bing cherries and pure cocoa powder, and I mix it together. The cherries for me are sweet enough, and cherries also are anti-inflammatory. They're high in antioxidants. When you have cherries during the day, they help you sleep at night. Again, this is all really good stuff. So delicious, but so awesome for you. So pure cherries, and then we're gonna add a little bit of cocoa powder, and we've got ourselves my favorite afternoon pick-me-up, chocolate cherry frozen dessert. Milkshake. It's kind of like a reddish brown color. I don't know if you can see it on the Facebook Live video here. You having a grumpy day? Have some cherry chocolate milk. So good. Nathan, you're gonna be eating a ton of chocolate desserts here this afternoon, but I'm not done. So don't go yet. Wait a minute. We've got more benefits here. Cocoa helps to ward off belly fat, specifically the catechins, flavonols, and flavones, which are different antioxidants, things that are in the cocoa, helps to curb belly bulge by improving the body's metabolism. Amazing. Be sure to enjoy a wide variety of colorful fruits and vegetables too, because they do the same thing. But can you imagine that cocoa actually helps you slim your waistline? This is incredible. Also, cocoa helps to build muscle since it is high in chromium. And back to Dr. Oz, the cocoa powder also has arginine, which is that aphrodisiac amino acid. It's also believed by bodybuilders to build muscle and to aid in recovery. So if this cocoa is going to improve your love life, you also want to be a little bit more fit so that, looks good. All right. Also, cocoa improves your skin texture. This is great news for chocolate lovers because chocolate may actually improve your skin. A German study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that women who drank hot cocoa had softer and smoother skin. And cocoa is high in these antioxidants, which is a nutrient believed to help prevent issues with aging. This does not mean you run out and buy a Snickers bar and eat crappy chocolate candy, because that's doing the opposite, right? The sugar and all the junk they put in there is not good for your skin and can cause all kinds of breakouts and problems and increase aging. We're talking about healthy chocolate here. And you ready for this next benefit? This one is hilarious. Cocoa has been found to fight cavities. What? Yes. So you don't necessarily want to trade in your toothpaste for some cocoa, but wouldn't that be interesting if they started to create chocolate covered toothpaste and mouthwash? Chocolate flavored toothpaste or mouthwash, that would be very interesting. And maybe that'd be a really good idea. So somebody out there needs to do that, because think about it. You wake up in the morning and you're kind of grumpy and you're tired, and you start brushing your teeth with something that not only has good flavor, but it boosts your mood and emotions, and starts giving you antioxidants and helps increase blood flow and all of these things. That's the way to start your day. But actually it's the theobromine, which fights bacteria in your teeth and helps to do that. So all of these benefits of cocoa, what is the most important benefit of all? Does anybody know? You win a prize if you guess. The most important benefit to chocolate is that it's delicious. It tastes great. That's the benefit. That's what you want to do. You want to live a fun life. You want to have a good time. Enjoy yourself. I have all kinds of chocolate recipes I'm going to send to you. I do these wonderful chocolate almond balls. They're my truffles. And we're not going to show you this today. We'll show you this another day. And just amazing. So anytime you're actually craving chocolate candy, you're gonna take one of my healthy, wonderful chocolate truffles and just like devour them. Wonderful. I love in the summer, take watermelon, chunk up watermelon, put in the blender with cocoa powder. So many people think that sounds strange. And when I teach workshops, this one lady said, that sounds disgusting. So when I made it, I invited her up to the front of the room, to the stage, and I said, come on up. I want you to try this in front of everybody, because I knew. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna like it. She took a drink. She was like, whoa, that is so good. What was it? Watermelon and cocoa. That's all, 2 ingredients. But the watermelon is sweet and refreshing and fabulous. And the cocoa is just delicious. It makes a wonderful chocolatey drink. So I've got all kinds of other chocolate desserts on my website. I take young coconuts and create a chocolate pudding out of that and so forth. So here we are, Son of You. Like our Facebook page, follow us, share this with other people. We want you to have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I want to give you the gift of my favorite chocolate recipes in a little booklet. It's free. I'm going to give it to you if you send me your email. It is Chocolate is for Lovers. Because, what do I mean by that? When you live like this, you have so much love in your heart. You have love to give to everybody. Thank you for joining us today and have a very happy Valentine's Day. I love you. Thanks for coming. Take care.